Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to FNAF 4. It's been a while. We'll just send a notification out to the Discord peeps. Hey, welcome, welcome. Okay, we should be all good. Hi. So, we last played this game back in March. You didn't get out this time. Wait. I don't think I changed the settings, so I'm surprised. But yes, about 5 months ago was the last time we played this game. And we played the Halloween edition. But now we're back because, for context, hold on, I'll see if I can find the context. But in the newest Tales of the Pizzaplex book, there is a story called Dittophobia. And supposedly, I can't find this anywhere, but Twitter is blowing up saying, oh my god, Dittophobia, like, solves for reading it. Where are you reading Dittophobia? Nobody will tell me. So, but apparently, Dittophobia covers the story of a kid called Rory, and Rory's like a kid that got kidnapped, I think, and is part of like an experimentation system. Like, so the FNAF 4 house doesn't exist, supposedly. So this house that we thought where everything's going on apparently doesn't exist. It's all in the sister location, and they're all like, kids are trapped in rooms being like subjected to gas experiments, hallucinogenic gases, apparently. And that's supposedly the plot of Dittophobia, and Rory is one of these kids who's managed to escape, I think. It's all a bit weird, and I can't find a source myself, but we're gonna have a look through FNAF 4 once more. And we're gonna see if there's any evidence of gas. Because apparently that's the thing we missed. When Scott was like, oh, there's something that everybody missed in FNAF 4, haha. FNAF 4 hasn't been solved, and I guess it will stay unsolved. And everyone was like, what do you mean? And apparently, it was most likely this whole thing about, yeah, there are experiments being run by William Afton, and everything we see is fictitious because it's all hallucinations by children, subject to gas. So, without further ado, let's hop in here and see if there is literally anything. I doubt it. I think this is going to be another one of those situations of, hey, Scott just decided this is where the story will go now. But something else that apparently is mentioned is how the kids that are using this experiment they're like runaways from home. So this little guy, Psychic Friend Fredbear. Evie's Wrath, thank you for subscribing, appreciate it. Oh, this game's getting worse and worse every single day. Why do you think I love it so much? Why do you think I love the lore so much? Because it's so stupid. I love how ridiculous it is, and how we're going back to this game that was made 8 years ago, and we're apparently being told, oh, the answer was there all along. Oh, it was gas and it was all an experiment. Haha. We're being told that now, 8 years later. And basically the purpose of this stream is to go back and be like, where was the evidence, Scott? Where was it? Yeah, I love how stupid this game is. Hey, okay. Often it doesn't really matter to new FNAF lore. People keep coming back. Yeah, the only reason we're back in FNAF 4 is because of the new Tales of the Pizzaplex book. So, yeah, so William Afton was abducting kids who had like poor living situations. So like kids who might have run away from home, kids who he just kind of is aware, maybe they're homeless kids, I guess that would tie it back to Tales of the Pizzaplex with Gregory. So he's like taking homeless kids, taking kids who've run away from home, stuff like that, and be like, hey, come live at this underground facility with me, and I'm totally not going to subject you to my fart gas experiments where you will then hallucinate nightmare animatronics. Happy the books explain more about the old games. Me too. I do like that the books actually serve a purpose. I like that reading is helpful. Might be a different location. Yeah, but I haven't read it myself. I don't know where people are reading it. I couldn't find a source. But apparently it ties so heavily to sister location. And it's like, it calls back to specific events in FNAF 4. That I think people are saying, yeah, it kind of is trying to heavily hint that FNAF 4 is all experiments within the sister location. So, actually, secret passage in Midnight Motors as a kid who ran away, right? Yep, that's exactly right. People are now speculating that Midnight Motorist is about one of the kids that ran away to go hang out with William Afton and then get gassed, basically. There's so many pubs in this location. Yeah, and apparently there's a room in this location with a lot of gas bottles, so I will probably do a revisiting sister location thing as well. Tie new FNAF lore to old FNAF lore? Yeah. Let's talk about my newest video I released, where I did say that FNAF, like, a lot of the new lore is calling back to stuff that was being set up with FNAF World. And what game came out after FNAF World? Sister Location. All the new games and the new books, they're taking a lot of the stuff that came back here, like around this time, like FNAF 4, Sister Location, FNAF World time. A lot of lore that was kind of, like, poked at here is now coming back in full force. Only 300 views? I know, right? That really peed me off. I was so proud of that video. And its YouTube algorithm is just like, nah, fam. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. Enjoyed video to explain the Brazil ending? Thank you! If you like that one, you should check out my Gregory and my AR World video. The AR World video kind of plays into today's stream a little bit. Because in the AR World video, I did say, oh, with FNAF, like, Ruin and the books, the direction they're going is tying back to FNAF World, but actually kind of retconning that video a little bit. I think they're just cycling back to a lot of stuff that was unsolved in general. Rather than, oh, FNAF World was setting this up, it now seems with these new books that came out, it's like, hey, we never solved FNAF 4. Okay, the books are going to tell you this. Oh, this was never elaborated upon from FNAF World. Okay, we're going to elaborate on it. Stuff like that now, and like Sister Location, we're revisiting that in Help Wanted. So we're going all the way back to 2015, 2016 era, and all the questions we had are now being answered. Woohoo! Which is great. I love that for us. You cat dancing to the porn music. Yeah. Oh. It's weird that the Gregory one, like, got so many views so quickly, and then this video I'm super proud of is just like, nah. You beat this location? Hey, well done. Did you see any of Afton's gas in Sister Location? It'd be funny if there was a Sister Location update. Like, I tried to launch it and it's like, oh, updating the game, and then there's just random, clearly overlaid images of gas canisters everywhere. Still like a click team game? I don't know what that means. Yeah, Help Wanted 2 is going to explain a lot, I think. But yes, so one thing that we did get right, a lot of the theorist community was like, hey, this little plush Fredbear, it's weird that he can talk, and it's probably Afton talking through the plush, right? That is correct. We know that because FNAF 4 was experiments now, this little guy here, when he has the eyeballs in him, it means Afton is looking through this as a security camera, essentially. So, Psychic Friend Fredbear is, in fact, security camera-esque. And when he talks through it, it's William talking to us as the child. Oh, so yeah, if Steel will go back to the classic FNAF style. I doubt they will. I think Steel will want to take the gameplay in their own direction. FNAF 3 were more hard than FNAF 1. I personally found FNAF 3 really easy. I think it's just because once you know the gameplay loop of like spamming him in one place and locking a certain vent. FNAF 3 becomes very simple once you know the gameplay loop. That was already confirmed. I think it was already confirmed because of Location, the secret Ennard fight, where you obviously you input the code and then you see the security camera footage. I think that did kind of confirm it, but now we have like secondary confirmation. It was, yeah. So from Location, we know generally that William Afton was watching the child from FNAF 4, this game, through Fredbear plush. But now we have more confirmation that the Fredbear plushes are definitely security cameras, but not just for the kid in FNAF 4, but every child in his experiments, because there's multiple. So FNAF 4, maybe that means FNAF 4 isn't just one kid either. Maybe FNAF 4 is like multiple kids, or some people are saying it's Michael is the FNAF 4 subject. It's weird. I need to read Dittophobia, but it's not out for another month and a half, but everyone's acting like they've already read it, which is really confusing to me. Twitter makes no sense right now. New Guess the Sketch Steelwell posted? I did not. Looks like a VR console with a copy help wanted to do. That's cool. Makes sense. I mean, it'll be, I don't know. It'll be out on PS5 first, Help Wanted to, or... But missed the first couple of minutes. Don't worry, I'm just explaining how the new FNAF book is kind of pointing us back to FNAF 4 and explaining it. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. Second night is way harder for night 5 in FNAF. What? Really? I mean, to be fair, FNAF 1 is pretty easy as well. Like, I beat the 420 mode in FNAF 1 really easily after somebody explained the, like, the easy way to beat FNAF 1, where it's just, like, watch one camera and occasionally look at it. FNAF 1 becomes very easy in a similar way to FNAF 3. Oh, what's Twitter? It's still Twitter to me. X is not a thing. Twitter is what it's called. If you go on Twitter, it still says create tweet. When you go to post on Twitter, it still says create tweet. It's still Twitter. It doesn't say create an X. It's so dumb. I hate that. Did you see that Elon Musk was actually at I think it was a Valorant event. Elon Musk was spotted at a Valorant event and the whole crowd started chanting bring back Twitter when he appeared on camera. It's a great video. I believe it was Valorant or CSGO. It was one of those. Yeah. So, hello, Mr. Afton. You're here now. Hey, welcome. We're just getting started. What did you do this time? We locked you in your room again. So, going by the stuff that... the rumors that I'm hearing from Reddit and Twitter, I don't know because I can't read it myself yet. So this would be William talking to a child that he wants to kidnap, basically. He's like, he locked you in your room again. Why don't you come hang out with me and get gassed? Don't be scared, I'm here with you. So yeah, William watching us through the little teddy bear. Yeah, Elon loves X. He even named his kid X, didn't he? Let me out! Let me out! Tomorrow is another day. No gas yet. So yeah, apparently this is all hallucinations. Like, there was no house, there were no animatronics, there were just like mannequins or some shit. But like, that, so this is the main point, right? People are saying, oh, well, there was vents in weird places. So like, and obviously the radio sounds really weird, but people are saying, oh yeah, gas makes sense because of the vents. Now we need to try and remember how to play this game. It's been a hot sec. Is it... Okay, so it's control is flashlight, shift is door. Okay. And now the general path we want to take. Nope. Control. Control is flashlight. And then check those. So, no animatronics for 4 hours, yeah. Just gotta get used to the controls again, because it's a little weird. And then we don't need to check the... We don't need to check this until... we hear Foxy, right? There you go. I booped the nose for you. So this is the gameplay loop. You hear Foxy appearing there, you add that to the loop, but generally, check right door, check left door, check behind. And you just do that. I think FNAF 4 is one of the more fun ones. Honestly, because I really like the gameplay loop. It's very stressful and very... Like, you have to focus. Actually, while there are no animatronics, shall we have a look down the hallway, see if there's anything... The game's kind of quiet, actually. But yeah, there's like nothing here. I don't see anything on that side that would like indicate... Like, yeah. Kind of hard to prove. Yeah, it was... Oh, there's not even a plush in there. I thought the plush was permanently there. Like, other than the singular vent, yeah, it's kind of hard to say, oh yeah, clearly gas, right? Doesn't like anything like the room in the nights. What do you mean? Oh, you mean the thing in between the nights? Yeah. I think that's intentional. Yeah, minigame room, yeah. Because this was always a thing for me as well, right? Was I've always said the layout of this room makes no sense. Like, especially if you put up the map. Like, there's a cheat that allows you to input the map in the top right. And I always thought it was really weird that you just have this weird room at the end of a hall with 2 doorways to 2 different hallways on either side. It just doesn't make sense, architecturally, why the building would be laid out like this. Yeah, that's right. You get out of here, Bonnie. That's right.
Was that the bite of 87?
So Chica's in the kitchen, which we know is down the right hallway and to the right. Ashley has the bite of 83. Yeah, but that's the meme. The meme is...
Was that the bite of 87?
I need to remember what the breathing sounds like. I'm pretty sure it's obvious, because also your flashlight flickers, right? Oh, I didn't check the bed. Whoopsie. It's going to be pretty straightforward, though. Because if I remember correctly, it's about 3.5 seconds you need to wait at the door to hear the breathing. Because sometimes the breathing isn't instant. I can just hear outside noises. You haven't missed anything, don't worry. I was just explaining the general gameplay loop of FNAF 4, which is pretty straightforward, but... It's still one of my favourite loops in FNAF. The only problem is it's very hard to do commentary because you have to really listen and focus. There we go. Like, the gameplay loop is fun, and it's very, like, stressful because it's like you have to stand at the doorway and listen, and then it's kind of like a gamble. It's like, you listen out, and it's like, okay, if I flash my flashlight and the animatronic is there, I die. If it's not, then, you know, you successfully knock them back. So, it's one of the more intimidating FNAF gameplay loops, personally. You know he's hiding again. Hi. He won't stop until you find him. He is where? These are my friends. Yippee! Over there. So, did we get clarification on this room? Because I can't remember if we ever actually got this room explained. But obviously it's like, I think this was meant to be Elizabeth's room, because Elizabeth died before, right? And she became baby, right? I'm pretty sure. Hey, Bogdan. Also, I don't know if the... So, this was another comment I made, which kind of makes a bit more sense now as well. Where it's like, you look at this hallway, right? Are these empty picture frames or really misplaced windows? If this is all in our heads and all a hallucination, blank picture frames would make sense, or just stupidly placed windows would also make sense. Alright, jump scare warning. There it is. Tomorrow is another day. I love how he looks like he's flipping us off as well. That always makes me laugh. Control to use flashlight. Baby. Oh, wait. Have you not encountered Baby yet? I guess all the new games don't really talk about Baby that much. Baby's an animatronic. We'll see her when we replace this location. I can't really hear him. There we go. That's so quiet! The game... I don't remember the game being this quiet before. Like, yeah, the ambient noise is really low for you guys, too. I don't remember this game being that quiet. Where's Foxy? He'll arrive. He's usually in the closet. But you won't see Foxy until he gets in there. Like, he has to actively run in there. Like, you don't need to bother checking the closet until you hear that he's gone in. True, you have only played the first game, that is true. Hey, chica! Chica, chica! Yeah, I've got headphones on. But the game's just generally quiet. Why did my flashlight flickered for some reason? Cheeks in the kitchen. No bonbon. Chica's still in the kitchen. I can hear that. Alright, Foxy is now in our closet. Hey, Foxy! And now we shut the closet. Okay, he's standing. And now he's a plush, so... Motherfucker. Come on, Foxy took so long, though. Foxy took so long to turn out. Like... I checked the right hallway. I dealt with Foxy. And it was already too late. Like... Foxy took so long to deal with then. That's just the bad RNG of this game sometimes. I like the gameplay loop, but you can really get out RNG'd. Oh, if Nightmare Random is help wanted gimmick here, that'd be cool. I do like this minigame in Help Wanted. I do think it's very fun. I do wonder what they're going to do with Help Wanted 2. Okay. I'm going to check real quick. No, I don't want that. Hold up. Let me not show desktop while I fiddle with things. Volume mixer. Are you randomly lower? Nope. FNAF 4 is as loud as it can go. That's great. Oh wait, I better turn that off again. I'm gonna see. Is my system No, my system is normal volume. Why is this game so quiet? I'm gonna up it on my end. And I mean, just hopefully. Actually, I'll max the system out. And I'll lower it on my end. So then hopefully... Oh, is that too loud now? Or is that about good? This game had 12 nights? No, there's 6 nights, and then you've got in the extras menu, you can do like the 20-20-20 mode. There's Nightmare and then 20-20-20 mode, like you can customize it there. And then there's also cheats. I guess I could put on the house map. Actually, I will do that. Just to show the weirdness of the layout of this house. And you can see by the fact that it says 6th night that I have beaten this game before. I'm not just cheating for the sake of it. We're looking for lore. Okay, so this is the layout of the house, right? Here, all the animatronics start there. There's the kitchen. Like, this is our room. Why the hell does our room go to 2 corridors? I always found that weird, but if this is just like a, yeah, just an experimentation facility, it makes a lot of sense. Rule breaker, rule breaker! Oh wait, so if he's down there, so holy shit, this is so loud now. Oh wait, so it's when they're in the second area. Holy shit, wait, that's so loud. This might be about right for your volume then. Yeah, get out of here. So these hallways are hella long too. But yeah, I don't really see any hints at the idea of gas, really. Like, there's a single vent. Yeah, I've turned it down on my end. Wait, can you see it? Yeah, you can see. This is my personal volume. I've knocked it down to 20. It's usually on 50. I've knocked it down to 20, but I've upped it for you guys so you can hear it a lot better. Wow, they charged up fast. And now I can hear Bonnie's footsteps as well. Okay, this is good. This is the right volume we want. Because now I can actually hear the footsteps of them approaching down the hallway. This game is entirely reliant on audio cues. The red thing on the map is Foxy. So Foxy has to get in your room the same way the others do. So let's just flash Chica here. So if the red marker's here and we check the right door, Foxy will get in our closet. It's very interesting to see how this game does work. I really like playing with the map on because it's very interesting to see how the AI maneuver. Like, they don't just come, like, one goes back, one comes, like... They, it's very interesting because, like, Bonnie will start coming, and now you can hear Chica's in the kitchen. Chica's over there. Okay, so now Bonnie has arrived. So then you push it back. And I'll boop the nose for you. Yeah, we flashed Cheeky. Yeah, that's the gameplay loop of FNAF 4. You gotta flash all the animatronics. Or, apparently they're like naked mannequins. Like, they're nothing like what you see in the actual game. Because it's all hallucinogenic gas. Oh! I sent her back and she immediately teleported into my door. Interesting. That really threw off my train of thought. But yeah, oh yeah, they don't look anything like what you see in the game. It's all as a result of the hallucinogenic gas. Which is funny that they're using a third different way of saying, things look weird and different. Like, before we had illusion discs, and now we have gas, but then there was also, like, AR. Like, the AR world is also, like, a way for things to look weird and different. But I just love that they didn't resort this down to illusion discs. They were just like, yeah, we're using gas in this one, actually. Illusion discs are later. Oh, so we'll see Foxy now? Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you can stop Foxy getting into the room. So yeah, if you ever want a good example of how to play FNAF 4, having this cheat on does kind of teach you how to play the game a lot better. Could you not plush trap? Now Chica's here. So you see, I got to the door and she immediately teleported in front of it. You do have to be careful. Like, generally your gameplay loop will be figure out this information by checking each door from side to side. But yeah. You don't really have any batteries to worry about. But yeah, you see how Foxy ended up in our closet just because Bonnie came straight to this door and Foxy immediately came there, so there's no way you could stop him from getting in, pretty much. It's just one of those RNG things of this game. Oh, was that really loud, was it? The Foxy jump scare? Should I turn it down a bit? Because the ambient noise is, like, super quiet. It's not? Okay. Oh. Good timing. They both encroached upon me. I think that has been done before. FNAF 4 without sound. I think people have done it before. It's not loud? Okay, good. So... The nights we play are hallucinations. The scenes we see in between nights are real. Is what I'm understanding. Oh, you just had his sound default. That would explain it, yeah. He left without you. He knows that you hate it here. You're right beside the exit. If you run, you can make it. No, I don't think I will. Hurry, run towards the exit. What if I want to go this way? It's too late. Hurry the other way and find someone who will help. You know what will happen if he catches you. Hug me! Hug me, sir. Run, child, run. You can find help if you can get past them. You have to be strong. Nah, actually. Is that William Afton, purple guy, putting a man into a suit? Cute little Easter egg. I like that. Trips and falls. Tomorrow is another day. So some people are saying as well that FNAF 4 is basically Michael versus the Crying Child. Like, it's Afton pitting them against each other. In a way, like, Michael's kind of coerced into trolling his little brother or something like that. Again, I haven't actually read Dittophobia. I can't find any information on it. What? I thought you'd already moved off, buddy. What? He's not moving! Plus chat, please. I'm really good at this minigame, but I need you to actually move. Wait, he's not doing his doorway thing anymore. Normally, he hops off, goes to the side door, crosses over, comes back. But he's not actually doing that. Interesting. There he goes. Wow, he finally entered one of the side doors. That was weird. He didn't move, really. He stayed for ages. I think in Help Wanted, it's got a very specific pattern to it. Why do I hear running? Oh! Every time you hear running, it's the animatronics moving. Holy shit, actually. I never noticed how much you can hear them running about from side to side. You hear them? I thought it was the plush traps running, but every time they move, you actually hear them. Like, you see that? What? How are you already at 3 again? The fuck? The actual hell? Yoo-hoo! Yeah, Foxy's just running from side to side in that hallway. Kind of funny. Yeah, that's right. You back up. You back the fuck up. Okay, you're kind of chilling a bit more now. So every time you hear running, you know somebody's at the end of the hall. If you hear footsteps, it means somebody's in one of the doors. And then you hear more footsteps. Ah, okay. I actually may have a better idea of, like, how this game works now. Well, obviously you can tell when Chica's in the kitchen just from a very loud audio cue. What? Flower. That's rare, isn't it? That's a rare occurrence that it's flowers on the bedside, I believe. What? Bonnie, how did you get there? Okay, so sometimes they could just teleport. Like that, for example. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's not in jump scare mode immediately. Alright, Chica's gonna be at our door in a sec. Yep. As expected. Oh! You see them both come at the same time? Bruh. That's so funny that they do that. I had no idea that they can just both teleport right next to you at the same time. Yep, you stay quiet there, little puppy. You stay right there. Yep, it's all in your head. That is... To be fair to MatPat, for MatPat to say, hey, FNAF 4 is all a dream, and then it turned out that the actual answer was, oh, it's hallucinogenic gas, he was on the right track. Like, we gotta give credit to MatPat for saying when this game first came out, oh, by the way, it's all a dream. It's like the kid's in hospital. Like, he was on the right track there. Oh, the flowers are gone now. Like, with the flowers being like a piece of evidence and the alarm clock not being normal chimes. Oh, I was thinking about FNAF lore too much and I forgot to check on Foxy in a while. Lamau. But yeah, so MatPat ages ago had this theory saying, yeah, FNAF 4, it's all in the crying child's head, which is really close, actually, to the real answer. And as we found across 3 nights, there has been one piece of evidence to say, oh yeah, maybe it is gas and an experiment. Actually 2. So there's the first piece of evidence being the room we're playing in is very suspiciously laid out. Like, why would you have 2 hallways on either side of your room? That's weird. So the room's layout in itself is like, okay, that's strange, but Dream Theory does kind of play into that as well. Like, it could be explained in a lot of different ways. Just like from a gameplay standpoint, like, oh, they had to do it to, you know, make the gameplay make sense. Then again, Joy of Creation made it work pretty well. And the vent, but even then, like, a vent being in a bedroom isn't that weird. Like... Just hit 50 subscribers. Hey, congrats. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Dream Theory is not surprising, considering they're called nightmares. How are we, as theory crafters, meant to understand, like, oh, right, of course it was meant to be hallucinogenic gas. Of course. That makes so much sense, guys. It was all an experiment. Like, the experiment part, yeah, we got that from sister location. Maybe the answer is more within sister location and less in this game. So we will have to take a venture back to sister location at some point as well, I think. Oh yeah, just get better at thinking. Just time travel them out. Just know the answer. It's just that simple. Could I flash? Thank you. Lord Topic Spiral? Yeah, it happens. When does this location take place? At the very least, very early in the timeline. I'm not sure specifically. I don't think anybody knows specifically the answer, but yeah, very early in the timeline this location is, because it's there are springlock suits. That is something. There are springlock suits. Baby's existence is Afton's motivation or something, right? So, I was going to call it Abby. Elizabeth dying has to occur very early on, I believe. Music Man and Funtime Chica were in there. Funtime Chica was off doing her own thing, right? Because Funtime Chica wasn't a part of the sister location facility. From the teaser for sister location, Chica had her own thing called Chica's Party World. So Chica was rented out separately. Chica was rented out because she was not originally part... Chica was a Henry Emily animatronic. But to check the Springlock, I don't think Chica was a Springlock suit. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, Chica was a Henry Emily design. And that's why she's not in the sister location. And the sister location is very early in the timeline because it was like the beginning of Afton, right? It was where he began his experiments. And that's why he was killing kids, right? In like FNAF 1 and 2 and stuff. Because he was doing his experiments on Remnant. Music Man I have no idea about. Honestly, I genuinely don't know where Music Man comes from. Or like, like where he's situated in the timeline. He's just kind of there. He appears in Ultimate Custom Night. He appears in Pizza Sim, right? He might be similar to the Egg Baby, the Data Archive. Music Man may very well be just like a pizzeria sim thing. And why did you go straight from the kitchen to my door? Chica, please. Like, she went to the kitchen and immediately triggered to the... like, I keep forgetting to check on Foxy. Because I'm thinking about other things. This is what I mean. The gameplay loop of this game is a lot of fun because you have to focus very hard. But trying to do commentary and talking about the lore is impossible in this game. I mean, I have beaten everything bar 420 mode. So, I have 3 stars. Look! I have 3 stars. I can prove that I have beaten this game. But yeah, so... Is there anything in this game that would point us to the correct answer? I genuinely don't know. Oh yeah, edited in, yeah. In a live stream, I've edited it in, yeah. And the fact that I have access to cheats in the 6th night, yeah. I'm just that good. But yeah, let's get through this night so we can see the In-Between Nights lore. You. I love... You can tell sometimes when they're in the hallway because you can't use your flashlight straight away. Like, if they're in the hallway, you really just... It won't let you use the flashlight. Oh. You're chilling. Also, the clock doesn't have a time on it. I think that's weird. Like, why would you just have a clock that doesn't show time? Oh, you piece of shit. Foxy is impossible to keep out of the closet. Get out of the closet! Get out of the closet! Okay, good. Chica's in the kitchen. You're right on my door. Clock on the nightstand as well. Yeah. Does that one work? What the... Buddy. I don't want him to come out. If he's not comfortable, he doesn't have to come out the closet. He's perfectly okay where he is. If that's where he's comfortable. But, you know, I wish he didn't... He didn't need to go into the closet in the first place. He should just be open about who he is, you know? In today's world... up with forcing him in. He entered it of his own volition. He could have stayed in the hallway. That looks like a phase? I guess it kind of does, yeah. Oh, you teleported right at the wrong second. Gee, Foxy, chill. Out of here, boy. Good boy. Now we check you, and of course Chica encroaches upon us. I do hate Foxy in this. Like, Foxy is such a nuisance, and he's so heavily RNG based. And speaking of RNG based, the fact they both appeared at the door at the same time is very bad RNG. But luckily, Bonnie, like, left for some reason. I'm not sure why. What? Foxy is canonically male. What? Blood, go get him! I don't know how Kellen Goff does so many voices like that. I can do like a pretty good blonde, go get him when my throat's like not struggling. I did a lot of shouting at the weekend, so I'm taking it easy with the voice today. Only problem with team events, we get loud. Oh goody. They're both running at me. True. You also called Foxy a him. You're guilty too! Goddamn Freddles. You coming again? Okay, no. That's Mangle, I'm pretty sure. Mangle is the questionable gender one. Because Mangle canonically has been gendered as both. Like, in Sister Location, Mangle's referred to as a she, I believe, and then in other games, Mangle's referred to as a he. Yeah, Mangle's a yes, yeah. Foxy, would you kindly? In Sister Location, Mangle doesn't exist. Yeah, it's Funtime Foxy and please, could you leave? Thank you. Jesus. Wait, Bonnie randomly leaves the door as well. Like, Bonnie just keeps abandoning the door, interestingly. I'm confused what Bonnie's, like, pathing is right now. I mean, I'll take it. Like, if that was happening in... If that was happening without the cheat, like, window, I don't know how I would have survived that because Bonnie was being really unpredictable. Alright, anything here? He hates you! So this is William Afton, like, kind of... What is it? Imprinting upon the crying child? Like, the idea that his brother hates him, although that's actually wrong, as we learn, because Michael Afton does actually like crying child. You have to get up. You can get out this time, but you have to hurry. Wait, is it... I think that's the right way to go, right? No, don't you remember what you saw? The exit is the other way. Oh. It seems you couldn't make it to the show, so I brought the show to you. I do miss Ultimate Custom Night in that sense. Where's your plush toy? Mine is Spring Bunny. My daddy says I have to be careful with him or I'll pinch my finger. He's a finger trap, he says. Damn it. So we can't actually get close to the Fredbear, but there is a Fredbear behind the car. Showtime is on the hour. Not a moment before, not a moment after. That Ultimate Custom Night does have some really fun voice lines. You better watch out. I hear they come to life at night, and if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone. Why do you look so worried? See you at the party. Ha ha ha. Is that the plush trap guy from the books? Probably not. Because isn't the plush trap guy from the book like a teenager? Are you on about the kid that buys the plush trap and then it chases them and they have to hit it with a train? For anybody that doesn't know the books, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're teenagers? I might be remembering that wrong, though. It's been a while since I've read that, so I haven't even read that book. I've only read the summary of it, so I don't even remember if they mentioned the age in the summary. But I just assumed teen. Yeah, I see a little Fredbear behind the car. Also, oh. Yeah, there's a Fredbear in the flowers, too. Look at the flowers, Lenny. What's this guy so joyful about? Flower. Aren't you the kid who always hides under the table and cries? Well, I am the crying child. Ha! No one else is scared. Why are you? Stop being such a baby. Look at him in the little sewers. What is it? Pennywise says? What a nice boat! What a nice boat! Hiya, Georgie! That's a very... I don't do well with horror, but that was a good opening to a horror movie. I'll give him that. Hello, Balloon Boy. Are you going to the party? Everyone's going to... It's my party, you dipshit. Oh, wait, you have to go. It's your birthday. Why are they... This kid is a Freddy the Animatronics. Why are they having the birthday party at the pizza... No, I was going to call it the Pizzaplex. At the pizzeria. Bruh. Is that a line? I don't remember. It's been a few years, like 5 years since I watched it. I never even watched it 2. I wish you could interact with this thing. He's in the flower again. Be careful. No, I don't think I will. So yeah, if the eyes aren't lit up, William's not watching the crying child through it. William's actively watching through the eyes of the plush when the whites are there. But we already knew that. Can we go this way? No. Can I turn on the TV? I can't. Technically it's a remake? Is it? I don't know. If it is, I was not old enough to know of the first one. Or if you're on about part 2's not a remake though. Part 2 is like a time skip situation. So we get no elaboration on this room, but William's watching us. Oh, it's like a really, really old movie, yeah. That makes sense. Oh, hey Michael. Can I say, these are my friends. Can I like loop around him? Oh, I can? Where can I trigger him from? There it is. Why is Chica so fat? Hey! Don't fat shame Chica. She's just bulking for the winter. She's eating a lot of pizza to bulk up for the winter. As chickens do. To hibernate. Me when I spread misinformation on the internet. Because you can't fly away good. Well, if bees can fly, then Chica can. It was originally a TV miniseries in 1990. Ah. That would explain why I've never heard of it then. What? He's doing the same thing again where he doesn't leave his chair. Oh, it's got Tim Curry in it. I like that guy. He's funny in that one video game. He's like a communist, like, arch nemesis in... Is it Command and Conquer? Oh my god, Plush Trap, you're so slow. I'm baby, yes. I was talking to my teammate yesterday, actually, on the drive home, about certain films that I haven't seen. And he was saying I need to watch Kill Bill, apparently. Because I like the Japan. I like Nippon. I apparently need to watch Kill Bill. But we were discussing, like, favorite movies, and I brought up Seven. I think, which is kind of ironic because I don't do horror movies, but Seven is like one of the best movies I've ever seen, and Seven is kind of a horror movie. I'd say Seven is like one of the best films I've ever seen. Yeah, pretty much the same conversation. Pretty much that same conversation, yeah. I was like, hey, I haven't seen this film. Oh, you should check this out. I'm trying to remember what else we were talking about. He was telling me how his favourite film is Interstellar. Although, he made a really good joke. I'll give him credit for this. He said his favourite film is Interstellar, no, not the porno. And I thought that was pretty good. Like, into Stella. And I was like, that? Okay, that was clever. Oh, you're still a plush? Interesting. What I'm playing tomorrow? I'm not playing anything tomorrow. I'll be out for most of tomorrow. Okay. I'll be out most of tomorrow. Wednesday... I haven't really got a plan yet, because I don't know how much I'll be streaming. Because it really depends. Like, I'll find out tomorrow if I am not working. I assume I can't work. Like, I'll see if I can find the picture of what it looks like. But I assume I can't work on a torn bicep. So I'm going off the assumption I will probably do, like, a couple bonus streams during the week, but I don't know when, because I also don't know if I need to, like, go to rehab or whatever. Not, I realize that sounds really bad. Physical rehab, not drug-related rehab, physical rehab for the arm I broke. Not, well, you know. I'm still, yeah, I'll probably just need to rest the arm, but... No, not that rehab, the other rehab. Like, because apparently, if I just, like... I don't know, it depends how severe the tear in the bicep is, but it's like... As it heals, I need to make sure I'm... You moved at the last second, you bastard. As it heals, if it's severe, I need to, like, make sure I keep stretching it so it doesn't, like, you know, heal in, like, a... I don't know. It's hard to explain. I need to make sure I keep stretching it, so... May need rehab on the arm. Not sure. Play Deltarune? I will! I'm getting around to it. I'm beating, I'll beat Undertale first. That was the one. I need to do a genocide run of Undertale, and then I'll do Deltarune. Just keep doing this. Haha. I have the funny cheats on, so we can skip through the bits that aren't important. 2 chapters are longer than all of Undertale. Yeah. That's fine. As I say, we'll get to it when we get to it. I was to shop. Yeah, I do, actually. I remember that point. I was very sad. Back in 2015. Oh, you tried to cheese me again. Yeah, I was very sad because I was like, oh, like, the games had only been coming out for like 2 years at that point. It was very sad. But they've been like, this is the last game for so long now. Like, what was it? FNAF 4 was meant to be the last game, and then... Which one after FNAF 4 did they say was going to be the last game? Was it FNAF 4 to Ultimate Custom Night? Or was there another one before that? Oh, Foxy! You just teleported through the wall. Alright, Pizzeria Sim, yeah. Bonnie is at my door, please. Okay, he's plush form. Good. How many times has MatPat solved FNAF? Too many times. But to MatPat's credit, I will keep defending MatPat on this, right? MatPat, like, was told, oh, this is the end of the series, so he's like, okay, well, I'll take everything and compile it. And be like, this is the final resolution. But, like, you know, if the game tells you this is the end, it makes sense for him to then be like, okay, so this is clearly the definitive answer. It's not his fault the game series has constantly misled us. And retconned as well. That's the big thing about this series. It's constantly retconning things. It's like, oh, by the way, yeah, FNAF 4 was all about gas. Was it? Was it really? Can you see the gas? But fair play, as well, on another note, to MatPat as well, for making... He's survived YouTube for 10 years on one franchise. Think about that. YouTube is such a volatile career, and MatPat has managed to survive YouTube on a single franchise alone. Like, yeah, he's done other stuff in the meantime, but without FNAF, like, I mean, he's still a good channel, don't get me wrong. Like, MatPat is so clever, and he understands the YouTube algorithm so well. But, like, the way FNAF has kind of helped his channel get the recognition it deserves, and it keeps coming back. Although it's kind of a double-edged sword, really, because, you know, the toxic FNAF fans are kind of like, MatPat said this thing wrong about the super convoluted lore, and then it turns out it was right anyway. Lamau. Like, people will give him shit for making assumptions and theories, and then it turns out he was correct. Like, no, that's clearly wrong, because why would they do that? It's stupid. And it's like, have you played this game before? Yes, it's stupid, and that's probably why it's true. Yeah, MatPat can be scary accurate. He's a very clever dude. Like, we can't... Like, this is always the thing, right? I think Twitter is too quick to jump to conclusions a lot of times. Like, with the Gen Loss theory, right? With the whole theory about, oh, maybe Ranboo is the creator of Gen Loss, right? He's, like, the big baddie and he faked his own death. It's a good theory, but people are so quick to be like, no, because he was being brain-controlled. Okay, but if he was... You know, if he lied about being brain-controlled, that would... The whole point of Gen Loss is to don't believe everything you hear. It's about censorship and the idea of, okay, what you're being told might be a lie. So, and people just don't seem to get that, and we're fucked. Just FYI, we're fucked. Oh, never mind. They both backed off at the same time? But now they're both back. But I'm glad we have cheats on, because this is confusing as fuck. Like, that's... Oh, now Chica's back. But Foxy also wants my ass. What? Are you for... Okay. What are they doing? The AI is so confused. The fuck? They're moving back and forth all over the place. What the fuck? Chica wasn't even at the door. What the hell? Oh dear. Well, that's a perfect example of FNAF 4 being a little bit funky. Typical gullipede. Yeah, I heard about that. This is why I don't use Twitter a lot. I wanted to get into Twitter. Like, I wanted to use it more because it's like a great way to connect with other creators and stuff. But the community there is so shit. Like, Twitter community is awful. Or X community, whatever you want to call them. Like, they're so shit, aren't they? Like, they'll dogpile on anybody just because they're angry. Like, somebody's hating on MatPat. I don't even give a shit, but let me just jump on it for no reason. Like, yeah, MatPat is an idiot. Because I have nothing better to do with my sad existence. They call Lukoa a literal child? Bruh. He's a grown man carrying a coffin. I'm assuming it's the same Lukoa. Twitter users are like the most brain-dead existence, like singular IQ beings. Like, I like Twitter. Oh, the girl from Dragon Maid. Oh, okay. Which one's Luke? Oh, that's not the young-looking one, right? Because, yeah, there is a lolly in Dragon Maid, but granted, she is like 4,000 years old, which is baby in dragon years. Oh, the big one with blonde hair, giant boobs. I haven't watched Dragon Maid in a while. Oh, wait, Fox is not in there yet on this one. Yeah, I haven't watched Dragon Maid in a while. I actually really enjoyed Dragon Maid. If you're not like a degenerate fucking Twitter user and you can actually enjoy an anime for what it is and not think, oh my god, it has a child character. This anime must be cancelled for having a child character. Like, I'm surprised they haven't jumped on Tagaki-san for like pedo baiting or something. Like, the teasing of Tagaki-san, I think the anime is called, where it's just about, like, two like, primary school students, like, flirting with each other. Because it's just, like, adorable. I've never seen it, but it's, like, a cute slice of life from the perspective of a child. I was like, oh, that's a cute little anime concept, but I'm surprised they haven't jumped on it. Foxy's still wearing pants, is he really? I didn't pay that much attention. What is pedo bait? Yeah. Ask Twitter. Ask Twitter. What's Twitter? X. It's still Twitter. If it asks you to create a tweet, it's still Twitter. I'm sorry. It's not saying, oh, create an X. So I refuse to believe. Also, it just sounds stupid calling it X. Or, like, calling Facebook Meta. Facebook is Facebook. Facebook is not Meta. Okay? It probably makes me sound like a boomer, but at the same time, it's like, no, that's fucking stupid. It's not X. Let me send you some X's, bro. I saw this really funny post on X, bro. Yeah, all the URLs are still Twitter as well. Yeah, that's true. It makes no sense. Like, changing the branding and everything. Like, the Twitter bird was so iconic. Oh no, let me just change it to an X. Like, okay. Makes 0 sense, but sure. Also, we've literally encountered fucked. Oh, never mind. Bonnie's moved away. Holy shit! Why are they so damn aggressive? Stay away! Like, literally, I flashed Chica and then Foxy came straight away after. So weird. But yeah, as much as I love this game for being the most immersive, I think that's the right word. This game is the most immersive of the gameplay loops. Especially with, like, all the audio cues. I really love this game for that, but it is so heavily RNG dependent. Like, if you get attacked like this, for example, like, if you get double teamed, it's so hard to keep up. I still think if you use the algorithm, right, where it's like the, if you do the cycle, it's still pretty easy. It's, like, doable. But it still can be very bad RNG sometimes. Foxy backwards is yucksif. Also, Foxy can't jump scare us, which is interesting. Like, he can't jump us at the door. Are the real nightmares just yendods or endods? I believe, from what I was reading, they're just, like, blank, not mannequins as such, but they're not plain endos. They're like endos, but with like a blank state on top of them, if that makes sense. So that, or maybe they don't even have endo. I don't know. But they're like just they look like mannequins, supposedly. Oh, that's Yendo, is it? Oh, I should have flashed Foxy. Did I find the non-ending? No, non-ending doesn't exist. Some people were saying there was meant to be another ending, but it got cancelled, so I think that's what it was. Oh my god, the friggin' everything. The everything is after me. Yep. We'll look at Yendo in a sec, because that might... Okay, there we go. That might be it. I can't remember Yendo. Oh, right, that was it. So, the non-ending from... The best explanation I got from... Because I think it was a comment on the Brazil ending video. Is... There was meant to be another ending to the Ruined DLC, but it got scrapped. So they got rid of it, but rather than delete it out the code entirely, they just, like, nonned it. So they're like... They deleted it, but they kept the routine there or something. Because if you just deleted it, it would complicate the code, or, like, it would mess up other bits. So they just had to, like, blank state it, essentially. Please Oh, I remember this. This is in my voice acting video. Please let me out. I'm just a helpless little boy. Please. Nah, it's not Glitch Trap. It's Spring Bonnie. Glitch Trap is based off of Spring Bonnie, so technically you're not incorrect. But Glitch Trap is Spring Bonnie in digital form. There you go. Please let me out. It does look like it, but yeah, that's the point. Oh. This in Help Wanted is so much easier. I remember him, like, once he steps off the chair, he'll, like, go to the side instead. Oh, that's what you need to hear. You need to hear the noise. You need to hear the flop. Wait, where are all the animatronics? Huh? Oh, right! Night 5 is different, isn't it? I forgot Night 5 is... Yeah, it's this guy! Yeah. Okay, I remember this. So... This is Nightmare Fredbear. And he's got a really fun mechanic. I do have one gripe about this. Where it changes the gameplay. It does change the gameplay loop of you don't need to listen for breathing anymore. And that is confusing, but I do really like how all of a sudden, like, you have to... Like, you have a completely new enemy all of a sudden. Yeah, you don't need to look behind you or in the closet until you hear him laugh. So you can actually, because we have this up, you can see it. Every time you hear footsteps, he's changed sides. Every time you hear a laugh, he's either in the closet or on the bed every time you hear a laugh. But you check the door, flash quick, and immediately close the door. Listen for footsteps. And then move to the other side. And then just repeat. Night 5 is so easy in this game. The Night 5 of this is insanely easy once you know the gameplay loop. Oh. Most amount of animatronics? Isn't that... That would be Ultimate Custom Mode, wouldn't it? This is Psychic Crying Child, yeah. This is the Crying Child that is a robot. Because he's hooked up to the network. That's why we can see where all the animatronics are. This is Crying Child hooked into the mainframe. I'm in. Oh, I hate that he's so damn close in that. Yeah, this is by far the easiest Night 5 in, like, all of FNAF. Oh, he went from my door to here. Interesting. Gregory equals Crying Child. Not necessarily, but it's a possibility. I don't know. We don't have many answers on Gregory right now. Personally, I think what we're kind of deciding is FNAF Into Madness, essentially. Is... like, from... Which game would it be from? Like, from Help Wanted onwards is, like, a new era of FNAF, essentially. So, Gregory might be the parallel to Crying Child, but I don't think he is him, you know? And that's why I think we're seeing a lot of callbacks to the earlier games, because we're, in a sense, rebooting with, like, a more sci-fi theme now. That's the vibe I'm getting. Is FNAF Into Madness is kind of like the reboot of the series, and it's everything after Help Wanted, where we all started getting a bit digital. don't people to think about all the blood and death from before. I concur. Wait, is concur the opposite? I disagree in using less fancy words. The Tales of the Pizzaplex books are graphic. If you've read the Tales of the Pizzaplex books, they are graphic, bro. Like, I've read, like, obviously the Tiger Rock one. And just that's pretty bad, but I've heard there are some worse ones. Like, one of them is about claustrophobia. It's not claustrophobia, it's another thing very similar to claustrophobia. And it's got the guy, he gets trapped in a tube. He gets trapped in, like, a kid's, like, plate, like, you know, the slides. He gets trapped in one of the tubes of the slides, and Ballora tries to help him by pulling him out, and it crushes all of his bones, and he's still alive when they find him. But they assume he's dead because he literally can't function as a human. Like, bruh. Yeah, Ballora is in the Tales of the Pizzaplex books. I don't know why. Yeah, the Tales of the Pizzaplex books are graphic. The final one of the Tiger Rock as well is... It has a guy, he's really into a girl with tattoos, so he's like, oh, I want tattoos too, and he gets micro robots to carve his skin instead of using ink, he actually carves out his skin to make tattoos, which makes this girl really like him, because she's like, oh, that's badass. And then he wants to get, like, a full back tattoo, and before he realizes it, he's like, you know, all torn apart, and he's just a heart on the floor. Like, he slowly tears apart his body, trying to, like, you know, carve it out to make tattoos. And then he's just a beating heart on the floor by the end of the book, which the girl finds. And it's pretty fucking gross and grim. It's not funny. It's really not funny. It's disgusting. Wow, your brother's kind of a baby, isn't he? It's hilarious. Halloranza, why don't we help him get a closer look? You'll love it. No, please. Come on, guys, let's give this little man a lift. He wants to get up close and personal. Oh, the Tales of the Pizzaplex books are so disturbing. No, I don't want to go. You heard the little man, he wants to get even closer. Hey, guys, I think the little man said he wants to give Fredbear a big kiss. On 3, 1, 2... Wait. We're gonna do the line. Everybody ready?
Is that the bite of 87? Was that the bite of 87?
Yeah, it's the line. So, no evidence of gas. In all 5 nights, there's a single vent, which isn't even that unnatural for a room. Yeah! Ugh. But yeah, there's like nothing, right? Let's have a look through the extras menu too. What if Greg is the son of one of these guys? Probably not, but there is the theory that Cassie is Michael's daughter. There is that theory, which I find really strange. But people are saying, oh, Cassie could be the daughter of Michael because she said, oh, my father was an engineer. That's literally the only evidence I've seen towards it, and people are like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Because apparently it kind of lines up with the timeline of where we think the Pizzaplex is. That's my argument too. How does Michael have a child? Who is fornicating with that walking corpse? Exactly. Yeah, who is fornicating with the walking corpse? Jobs guys, we'll get to it. I'm going to go through the whole extras menu. The only thing we haven't got is challenges or fun with Balloon Boy, but that doesn't really matter. So, again, we get like a good look at the Nightmare animatronics, and really, there's no evidence like, oh yeah, clearly gas, like, hallucinations are... He literally doesn't have balls. I would believe that. I don't know if that's in the canon, but... But yeah, literally the nightmare animatronics are literally what a kid would imagine, you know, the animatronics looking like if they were afraid of them. No hints that they're hallucinations. Like, no, like, etherealness, right? Headcanon, yeah. Michael has no dick, no balls, no butthole. It hasn't been torn out. I mean, his, like, you know, his body was still intact. Like, he got scooped out of all of his insides, but the endoskeleton had to, you know, have a shell to be in that could still function like a human. He's just skin, yeah. But, you know, I could understand, like, oh, it's a hallucination, not just a, like, a physical, like, I guess nightmares and hallucinations are, like, interchangeable. It's hard. It's hard for us now, even coming back, being like, there's no way that we could have assumed that this was experiments. Like, Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica. I actually really like the Nightmare designs. I will say that. I do really like the look of the Nightmare animatronics, but there's no way we could have known that these were hallucinations outside. Like, he looks like a tank. You want to see a tank? Nightmare Fredbear is a tank. This always makes me laugh. I remember this made me laugh before, but like, you go through. Yeah, they're a perfect example of childhood fears, yeah. Which could be either nightmares or hallucinations, but because they're called nightmares, we would, like, assume, oh, it's all a dream, rather than fucking hallucination gas. How are we meant to know that? Foxy has pants. Yeah, baby. I know, I could see the pants. And he also has no legs. But yeah, this makes me laugh. Like, you go from Nightmare Fredbear to Plush Trap, and he just stands there looking like a lost child. Yeah, I think Foxy always has pants, yeah. But it's just like a colour change, you know? Like, everybody else just kind of doesn't change their colour from their top half to the bottom half, and the Foxy just does. He also got no, like, coverings. Actually, yeah. I don't know what happened to the rest of his pants. Man, he's got spiky feet, actually. I never noticed that before. Bro needs to cut his toenails. Was there ever a Glamrock Foxy? Foxy was in the Pizzaplex, but I don't know if we got a Glamrock Foxy as such. We got, like, Cowboy Foxy. I think Foxy was just, like, the additional. I think Glamrocks were the ones that were on stage, and Foxy was just, like, an additional, like, a side character. Holy shit, nightmare. So we got Nightmare Fredbear and just Nightmare. I'm like trying to look at their designs and see if I can make any sense of, like, oh yeah, I can clearly see the mannequin endo, like, underneath it, you know? Yeah, I know making Foxy. I made a joke about this before as well. He looks very goofy. Nightmare is hollow. I see. No, he's not hollow. Hey, Bogdan. He's not hollow because we can see, like, the metallic bits there. I think his... Yeah, maybe... I think his center is hollow. You might be right there. Interesting that it's just a nothing in his stomach kind of deal. I think Fredbear's the same, though. He's, like, missing anything there. If you put Nightmare on a white background, you can see through him. Oh, really? Cool. Oh, shit. Yeah, he is somewhat translucent. I do see that, actually. Is his brain? Oh, cool. I don't have a PNG of Nightmare, though. Maybe in the game files. We'll have to have a look. But yeah. I think this... Oh. No, I need that back. This Foxy looks so goofy to me. He looks like a Splatoon character. Like, before they add the nose, he just looks like a Splatoon squid or something. Yeah, maybe we'll have a look in a sec. This as well, like, this face looks so goofy to me. Fredbear, again, like... We don't really gain anything from this. This is just cool behind-the-scenes stuff, but we don't get any good hints from this. It's trying to alter looks at McDonald's and say, like, no, he's just got social anxiety. Don't make fun of him. Yeah. Nightmare. Oh, Nightmare's the hard mode, isn't it? Jump scares. I guess we can get, like, a good look inside the animatronics here. They all have, like, the same eyes. I do think that's interesting. The eyes on them are very different to normal animatronics. Like, they look very sci-fi. Like, they don't look like normal eyes, do they? Can you see it here better? Yeah. Trying to see. That's so many teeth. Do chickens have this many teeth? Mwah. Just give him a little kiss. Mwah. This is a jump scare you don't see very often. I feel like I never die to Fredbear. Or not Fredbear, Freddy. I feel like I never see this jump scare. Then there's Fredbear himself. Very red eyes. You gotta get that checked out, my guy. You might have burst a blood vessel behind your eyes. That's pretty bad. The cupcake, I see that. There was something else that... There was, like, some kind of explanation behind the Fun with Plush Trap minigame as well. Yeah. Let's have a look-see, shall we? So, what is it? Nightmare... oh, it's just Nightmare FNAF, isn't it? PNG. Yes, transparent. That's why I put PNG, you dingus. Of course I want it transparent. Bastard. Oh, actually, this is a good image. I don't need to, like, put it in paint or anything. Oh, that... No, not that. I just want to enlarge the image. Open image in new tab. There it is. So, yeah, we can kind of see he's a lot more translucent here. Oh, yeah, he has got, like, just a brain, doesn't he? That's weird. So yeah, just kind of like a blank endo, really, aren't they? With he's just got, like, the teeth are, like, physical, and then a brain. Like, if you strip that away, it looked really weird. I do miss those days, actually. The days of, oh, I wonder if FNAF 2 is a prequel or not. I kind of assumed it would be. Gotta go, no worries, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, no, oh, this thing. No, I don't think that the... I don't think this is what we're saying the... Oh, maybe it could be, actually. From what I understood, it seemed like people were explaining it like it was just like... What's a good example? Like a... Like, the way people were explaining it... Oh, wait, I know exactly. Where's iRobot? The way people were explaining it made it seem like this is what the animatronics in FNAF 4 are meant to look like. This is what I thought of when people were explaining it to me on Twitter. I was like, oh, so they probably just look like, you know, like this. But then it's the illusion discs that make them look like nightmares, essentially. Nightmare looks like he's trying to get a hug, but nobody wants one. Of course! Why would anybody want a hug from that thing? Actually, what I will do is try and find information about Dittophobia. Dittophobia FNAF. Summary. Information overview, theory discussion. Oh no, this is just somebody saying what they think it all means. Screw that, because you're assuming that Midnight Motorist is about Rory, which I don't think it is. I don't like that people are immediately saying, oh, that must mean that Midnight Motorist is Rory. It's like, well, no, Rory's just an example of a child that was taken. He isn't the child from FNAF Pizza Sim. Necessarily. Where are people reading that? I might just bring up Twitter and, like, scroll through that, because I cannot find on Google the information I'm looking for here. But Twitter apparently seems to know everything. Where is FNAF? FNAF was trending. Where is it? Oh, come on. Why is it missing now? Bastard. Alright, let's just search FNAF 4. I mean, here's a good example of the kind of shit that we've been on about. FNAF 4 kid before each night just huffing gas, yeah. Yeah. Did I watch Second Time? No, I haven't. I haven't had time. I've been busy. I've been 2 hours away all weekend. Cassidy is trending? Wait, what? I didn't even see that. Oh, yeah. What are people talking about Cassidy? Nope, that's not the right Cassidy. That is the wrong Cassidy. Also, I love that Vox made this tweet as well. Like, Vox is infamous for loving FNAF lore, and he's just like... he released a phone call voice audio thing for the... If you don't follow VTubers, this will make no sense, but, like, he released a voice pack, and he tweeted this. I was like, hey, I miss you so much. It's been 3 hours since I left, and there's no one here I can talk about FNAF 4 lore reveal with. Vox, I'll talk about FNAF 4 with you. Please, Vox, talk to me about FNAF in your beautiful voice. This is a stretch. I'm sorry, but this is a stretch. Did you notice in the FNAF 4 trailer how the text appears and disappears like gas? Ah, yes. It's like... it appears and disappears. I wouldn't say that's like gas, though. I would not say... What's the new lore release thing about? Oh, so if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream... So basically, FNAF 4 has been solved because the new Tales of the Pizzaplex book has a short story called Dittophobia in it. And Dittophobia covers the story of Rory, who is a kid who escaped from home, like an abusive household or something, I don't know. And he's at the sister location, be a part of William Afton's experiments, and he's getting, like, hallucinogenic gas poured into his room, so he imagines the nightmare animatronics. I'm pretty sure it calls them out by name. It's like, oh, the animatronic nightmares, or something like that. So, the new book kind of says that FNAF 4 is all a hallucination, not a dream. Is essentially the lore reveal in a nutshell. I'm trying to see, somebody will probably cover it. This was awkward as well. Do we talk about this? The Streamy Awards? I saw this clip earlier, and MatPat is being such a good host, and everybody's dead silent. It's, like, at the Streamies, it's so dead silent. Like, nobody, like, chuckles or, like, makes any kind of comments. Everybody looks like they're dead inside. The Streamies looked so awkward, bro. I'm mostly just seeing funny memes. Oh, you want to hear it? Hang on. I don't know if this will be... Oh, this might be a good...
Your host for this evening, Matt Pat. You probably know me from my show Game Theory, where I talk way too much about killer animatronics. Or you might know me... Your host for this evening, Matt Pat.
Yeah, like, no reaction. I saw a longer version of this clip. I don't know where it was. It was probably on Twitter somewhere, but yeah. I saw a longer version of this clip where it's like a minute long, and just like, nothing. Like, nothing out the crowd. And he, like, makes a comment about Rhett and Link. He makes a comment about Rhett and Link, and then Link's face is just, like, stone dead. Like, he looks so pissed off. Remnant, the Mimic, FNAF 4 is all but an experiment that was done by William Afton with gas to make children hallucinate into thinking they're nightmare animatronics. Welcome to 2014 and FNAF 2 just dropped. I missed this time. Yeah. Well, I think the Streamy Awards were all content creators. Ah, here we go. Okay. So, this is kind of it. So, the experiments of FNAF 4 were ran by Afton to test the fear levels in children by inducing hallucinogenic gas into the fake chamber. Then they'd perceive the animatronics as existing when simply they were just mechanical mannequins. That's it, yeah, so they're just mannequins. Yeah. So... Oh, they have changed it now? It does say post instead of make a tweet, doesn't it? So... But you still tweet stuff. Like... It's still shit. I don't agree with it being called X. Yeah, streamers are just content creators. It looked so awkward. Ah, here we go. Already being read in ID's story, so ahead of time. So, Rory is the last survivor of the FNAF 4 experiments, which were fear experiments with hallucinogenic gas. He's now escaping and going through Sea Bear. What is Sea Bear? The hell? Oh, no, not translate. I want to Google. FNAF. What the hell is Sea Bear? Oh, Circus Babies Entertainment. Okay. So Sea Bear is Circus Babies. Gas, you say? Yeah, this is... So this is a screenshot somebody found from Sister Location, I think, where it's just gas canisters. But how? How are we meant to know? How are we meant to connect that? It's so stupid. FNAF fans getting an actual explanation for what the fuck FNAF 4 was after getting Epilogue 8 sucking gas. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Apparently the final epilogue of the final Tales of the Pizzaplex book is just a non. Like, it's just a nothing. Like they've been building up. Like helium tanks? Yeah. Right. It would make sense that these are for balloons. Right? It just makes more sense. So... I agree with that. If it's a pizzeria, it would make sense that they have helium tanks, right? So, I hate that they... This is the thing that I love and hate about the FNAF franchise. They constantly are like, hey, this has been a thing the whole time. And then they, like, loosely connect it to something that was, like, maybe mentioned in a single sentence. Like, oh, yeah, I will put you back together. Like, in 10 years, they'll be like, yeah, because it was a person that was physically ripped apart. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's very retconny, and the story is so vague that they just decide whether they want to go with it on a whim. It's a little silly of a series, but I love it. How I feel after smoking that nightmare gas. I do love all the memes that have come out about it, though. I do love all the memes. FNAF book has just confirmed FNAF 4 is an experiment chamber created by William Afton that uses hallucinogenic gas. Nightmare animatronics were only robot mannequins. Sister Location happens after FNAF 1. Really? That's... So Sister Location is later in the timeline, then? Yeah, the secret ingredient is not telling anybody anything. I've had like this very meta theory about the series for a while, right? Where I'm pretty sure they release a game with very vague lore, like, you know, posters that lightly imply something, and then they see how the community reacts and what theories they come up with, and then they choose their favorite theory and run with it. Which is why I think MatPat has been accurate a lot, because they're like, oh shit, what MatPat has kind of come up with is actually a really good idea. Let's roll with it. Like, I feel like that's how Scott and Now Steel Wool are doing things. It's like they wait for people to make interesting theories and then they roll with their favorites. And then retroactively change things, or like say, like try and connect old things to match it. It's weird. Got scared because someone knocked at you at the time. Oh god. Dog acted different today. Do we go? I should never have smoked that shit. Oh, Raz. There we go. Okay, so Razbowski might actually give us some useful shit to talk about. Yeah, cancelled due to leaks is very interesting. I should admit, yeah, for some reason he's on the FNAF 4 posts. But yeah, I agree this is very interesting. So this was the teaser that came out right before Sister Location. I think this is the best evidence we have that they were trying to tell us FNAF 4 was an experiment using gas. Because they're saying here, like, oh, cancelled due to leaks. Then if you brighten the image, it was like, in other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been cancelled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment question the report, saying that strange activity around the area might suggest something else is to blame. One local is quoted as saying, everything just stopped. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it. There was only a handful, kind of hard to read behind cancelled, only a handful of people ever got a look at it. Look at the inside. Something here and there. Making sure everything worked right. You know, I guess they weren't quite as ready as they thought they were. A tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed a large group of cars surrounding the building during the night, and large pieces of equipment being taken out of the building under tarps. A few weeks later, the building was for sale. There was no comment yet from the local entrepreneur who financed the venture. So, this is kind of the best idea, because we had FNAF 4, then FNAF World, then Sister Location. So, this was actually a really good teaser, I think, for Sister Location, because people were leaking information about Sister Location before it came out. So, for them to come out and be like, oh, we've cancelled Sister Location because people were leaking it, and then actually it be about gas leaks, was very clever. But again, even that's retconning. A year later, they're like, oh, cancelled due to leaks. So, if that is how it worked, it's like, well, they made FNAF 4, and then Sister Location got leaked by the community. They released this teaser saying we cancelled Sister Location due to leaks, and then saying it's gas. That's still a year later, so they're still retconning FNAF 4 to be about gas. Due to the community leaking it, and they're like, we could do something here. But I do like this. This is a good hint. But was there any way... I guess the best way we could connect it is during Sister Location, which we may revisit in another stream. In Sister Location, we did see the FNAF 4 location, where we go to the secret room and then we input the code and we see the FNAF 4 cameras, which kind of gives us an, oh, FNAF 4 is close to Sister Location. So for this to come out, it's a stretch, though. Like, it's such weak evidence. This is the only thing we could run off of. So it's such weak evidence to run with. I don't know. I don't know how we would have known, but I guess it's kind of fun that now, 8 years later, we're coming back to it. It was fun to replay FNAF 4. It's not that difficult, funnily enough. This was after the whole time was credit. Raz, we already knew that, though. We knew this was Afton the whole time. I thought we already knew that as a result. Oh wait, did Dorko call it?
Secret room, guys. No, this one's weird. Look, guys, look at it. Look. I noticed this earlier. Look.
I'm looking,
In
Dorko.
the secret room, guys, there's gas canisters. Why are the gas canisters here? Are these gas canisters used for hallucinations? To like, they go up to the FNAF 4 kid's room to make him hallucinate? Or are they oxygen tanks?
I mean, you didn't even say helium tanks, you know, it's a pizzeria. But that's interesting that Dorko called it like 1-for-1 this early. And this is what I mean, right? It could so easily have been a case of, hey, Dorko said this back in 2016. What if we just ran with that? That's a great idea. There were just helium tanks before, but what if we actually made it about hallucinations? That's great. Like, I think it's a stretch to say he called it. I think it's more accurate to say Steelwool liked the idea and just made Dittophobia make FNAF 4 about it. FNAF 4 is sold. Raz has been tweeting up the wazoo about it. Mimic confirmed officially. What do you mean? As if it wasn't confirmed already? I thought everybody agreed the Mimic was real. Were there people that didn't think this was the Mimic? Yeah, I agree with this. Who was saying this wasn't the Mimic? It was literally mimicking Gregory the whole time. Who was saying this? I need to find who on Twitter was saying, oh, I don't think it's the Mimic, guys. Bruh. Wait, what is this? Oh, FNAF in Roblox? Bruh. The Mimic is the box. Raz, please. I'm leaving your tweets, Raz. Michael is Spring... Who is saying Michael is Springtrap? That makes no sense. It's the hallucination gas, guys. Scott's changing for us Falls Law. I do think they are, though. It does line up, yes. I agree with the statements here, but it doesn't change the fact that there was hardly any evidence to say that it was hallucinations. I agree. We knew it was an experiment chamber, though. We knew Afton was performing experiments, or, you know, at least monitoring the child and fucking with him. We knew that. But now we have, like, the full answer, so... If there's one thing I do like on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, I do like the memes that come out of it. What is Mark saying?
You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck...
That's a good clip of Markiplier. I like that. Which of the two brothers saw the nightmares? Both! Wait, what? Wait, so what is this? Oh, yeah, because the logbook is Michael's, huh? If Nightmare Fredbear is in the survival logbook, that means Michael's seen it. That's a good point. But Crying Child being in the minigames also mean that he's... I guess this is probably where the argument for we play as Michael during FNAF 4 comes from. I don't know. This is a part of the lore I'm not confident on at all. What? Gregory's not in FNAF 4? What? What? Okay, I don't get that. Wait, is there a comment explaining this? I'm so confused. Is there 0 comments? Huh? He's just going over the animatronics. You know how easy it is to rip their eyes out. That's good. That's a good pose. Better layout would genuinely be so much cooler in actual FNAF 4. Oh, yeah, that would work much better, actually. From the leaked book, Germophobia below is a gift of the old basement area decorated to be the room of a child, along with this footage, paragraphs from the scrap phone calls as documented below. See, this layout would make a lot more sense. This would make so much more sense than the current room we have. Yeah, visibly works so well. Yeah. FNAF 4's bedroom layout is fucking stupid. I agree. I like that sentence. I need whatever gas William Afton was smoking. Oh, is it? I don't know. I don't know anything about the back rooms. Oh, Vox is actually talking about it more. Oh, he's just replying to Akaros. FNAF 4 was not a comatose nightmare, but was instead a result of William after pumping hallucinogenic gas into the kid's bedroom, which explains why the security cameras watching the bedroom and the security. Yeah, so Vox is just kind of telling us. Thank you, Vox. So you know that room from somewhere. According to this, it's like an earlier version of what FNAF 4 could have been. Look like Harry Potter's room? I mean, yeah. I mean... Rainbow Line Raven, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Yeah, it does look very cupboard under the stairsy, doesn't it? Which I guess is just a British thing. I don't know, do Americans have that? Like the room under the stairs? Because it's pretty common in the UK. I keep seeing this gif, or this clip as well. So just opening all the cupboards and gas, and being like, oh, FNAF 4, guys. Yeah, it is. Maybe just like... Yeah, everyone agrees. Recommend an anime, of course. Nitrous oxide cylinder tank, hell yeah. Oh, things FNAF fans used to be so wrong about. Let's check this out. You just think phone guy was purple guy? True. Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, because we thought he was holding a phone, but do we agree it's a crank now for the springlock suits, I think? You think there was a secret animatronic called Sparky? Just a hoax that never really existed. Wait, Sparky? I don't remember Sparky. That's a weird one. It's a banana. FNAF fandom was believed every hoax thrown away until around FNAF's sister location, when we were actually able to dig into the game files, prove things weren't real. A lot of people believe these photos were real. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I remember this one thinking that's fucking stupid. Oh, yeah, Sparky inspired Fetch. A lot of the hoaxes did inspire stuff for the... It wasn't Tales of the Pizzaplex, it was Fazbear Frights, right? Yeah, a lot of the Fazbear Fright stuff was based off of hoaxes, I believe. This one was stupid, though. Like... You could so clearly tell this was Photoshop. Like, I mean, just look at the badge. And it's Golden Freddy's model. Like, to a T. Like, that is so clearly fake. The recolor of Balloon Boy... I could see people believing that. I don't actually remember seeing that one, though. Golden Toy Freddy? I don't remember seeing that one either. Ooh, that's a cool one. Like seeing Golden Freddy in the static. That would have been a really good, legit one, actually. People believe that Foxy in FNAF 1 was a good guy because he was the only one who didn't launch at us. I don't remember that. Oh, that's funny. You thought Golden Toy Freddy was real? I mean, I don't blame you. That would be a cool Easter egg as well. That's kind of funny that people thought Foxy was a good guy. I don't remember that theory. I wasn't super involved in the game theories at that point. Hi, Skylight. I wasn't super involved in game theories at this point, outside of watching, like, you know, MatPat talk about it. So I kind of just rolled with whatever MatPat said, and I was not super into the hoaxes. Plus, I never really used Twitter back then. Continuing on with Foxy in FNAF 2, a few people believed that his jump scare was him trying to hug you. A few others believe that because of how wide his mouth opens, the amount of teeth he has, that he was the cause of the bite of 87. Oh my god. The era of FNAF where we were like, is that the bite of 87? Is that the bite of 87? Who did it? Like, and then obviously FNAF 4 came out and we were like, oh my god, is that the bite of 87? So much speculation about what the bite of 87 was. We used to believe nightmare animatronics were literally nightmares and nothing more. Obviously been debunked since. Yep. Springtrap and Scraptrap aren't the same person. People believe this because of their design. Yeah, the design changed. Baby and Scrap Baby. FNAF 4 was going to be the last FNAF game. Yep, we talked about this earlier. FNAF 1 is a good runner and FNAF 2 is a good jumper. Yeah, he's very athletic. Foxy, something about him, he's good at all the athletics. Scott didn't initially intend for this game to be the last FNAF game, but after a lot of criticism about the story being unsolved, he decided to continue the game series with this location. People think FNAF 4 was created to dramatise the story, but it was actually only created because the fans criticised Scott about how FNAF 3 was incredibly not scary, and Scott decided he wasn't scary. Yep, I remember this. I remember like FNAF 4 coming out and everyone being like, oh shit, this is actually the best FNAF game because it's actually genuinely scary. How horrible Scraptrap Models is? Oh, this one. I much prefer this one, yeah. Like, this is Springtrap, this is Scraptrap, right? I do agree that the old design is a lot better. I think they changed it to this because it's meant to... Look at the skull on our face, yeah. It looks bad. I do think they've probably done... They've changed it to this model because it's meant to be a guy in a suit, right? This looks more like a normal animatronic, but even then you can kind of still... Oh, I didn't even notice his feet. Jesus, that's fleshy. I think it's meant to be more human proportions. Just poorly made, yeah. I think he looks better in... Pizzeria Sim, right? He looks better in Pizza Sim. Not great. I think during the interview segment, like during this segment, he looks fine. Like because of the lighting and everything, he looks alright. What the fuck? Because of the lighting and everything, he looks alright here. Hey, Zach Ben. It's like this, with this lighting it looks fine. But obviously you take it out of the interview sequence, and yeah, I agree. I don't think this model looks that great. And where is it like leaning against the cans? Yeah. It's okay. It's just not... I do prefer his original design. I agree. How you seeing you can have Scraptrap and Springtrap. And William F. There's 3, I think, isn't there? UCN roster. There's 3 different versions of Springtrap, right? Yeah, the whole thing is meant to be taking place in hell, I guess, is like the argument we have. But it's also funny that it's brave that you show your internet browser. That's why I'm getting the tabs off screen and bringing them on screen. That's why. But yeah, we have Springtrap, Scraptrap, and I thought it was another one. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, that was it. Because we play as William Afton in hell. So why would we play as William Afton? And why does he, like... Well, we know why we play as him, but why, if we play as William Afton, are we getting jumped by ourselves? Show history? No. I don't know what I have on my search history, actually. I don't think it's... Oh. You want to see my search history? UCN roster, Scraptrap, Pizzeria Sim, Dittophobia, Sea Bear, Dittophobia, Mannequin, Yendo, Nightmare, FNAF, PNG. What else have we got? FNAF 4 was going to be the last FNAF game. Yep. People think FNAF 4 was created to dramatize. Yep, we saw that. People believe Scott had a team of people. He actually made the first few FNAF games alone. I knew that. Meaning a lot of the audio used is actually stock audio you can find in other media. Yep, I have found the other... we found it in other games we've played on the stream, actually, I believe. Because I've mentioned before, I was like, wait, that sounds familiar. We've actually seen that. You heard the FNAF 2 breathing sound effect? Oh, I didn't know it was in a movie. What does UCN stand for? Ultimate Custom Night. Fans believe we were getting a movie in 2015-2016 by Warner Bros. That was true, though. It was originally... See, this is a bit of misinformation because we did... When the FNAF movie was first announced, it was picked up by Warner Bros. But then it was cancelled and Blumhouse picked it up instead, and now we're seeing it get created. Like, Warner Bros. Took it on and then cancelled it. So, technically, this isn't correct. Is Cassidy Goldie? I think so. Do I have FNAF 1 to 5? I do! I have every FNAF game. Actually, is it? Let's open my Steam. I got them all, baby! We got 2, 3, 4. Oh, I uninstalled the first one after I beat 420 mode. Yeah, we got 5. Yep, here they are. What? Devil May Cry 5 has appeared. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help on it. Yeah, I've got all of them. We Gucci. Even FNAF World. Yippee! Can't make it past not doing all of them. Oh, you'll get there. It's a steep learning curve for a lot of the games. Once you know the gameplay loops, it's a lot easier. Do I think FNAF Security Breach is better or the Ruin DLC? Oh, 100% the Ruin DLC. The atmosphere alone carries Ruin. The atmosphere of Ruin is so good. I adore. Record search history is so innocent. Oh, yeah. Show my search history? I just did. I'm not showing the whole history. Obviously. Ruin is goated, I agree. Like, I think Ruin is Ruin should be what... Ruin is what Security Breach should have been. Oh, what, that fact? The fact that people shipped the animatronics? Yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, so the way Ruin plays out, where it's a bit more linear, yes, I agree. Hey, Darian. I agree that Ruin is more linear, so you don't get that open worldiness, but Security Breach felt empty, in my opinion. So having that structure and the atmosphere, like, Security Breach was too bright and too open and empty. And there's a lot of stuff I love about Security Breach. Don't get me wrong, Security Breach is still my favourite FNAF game to play because it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's what I want the series to go down, that kind of route. But now, obviously, Ruin does Security Breach better. Ruin is exactly what I wanted the next game to be. What else have we got? Almost all of us believe FNAF was either real, based on a real story, or had inspiration from real events. Yes, when in reality it didn't. People were spam calling pizza chains and Scott had to come out. Yeah, I remember this, actually. Scott had to say, stop spam calling pizza chains for FNAF lore. It's not real. Lamau. Does what LGBTQ... Yes! I feel like we've been through this. I feel like I've talked about this a few times. Yes, I do. Do I play Roblox? I do not. I do not play Roblox. We used to believe all these games would be the last FNAF game. Yeah, here we are. So, FNAF 3 was meant to be the last game. And then Scott was like, oh shit, they want a scary game. Makes FNAF 4. Pizzeria Sim, where everything burnt down. And then Ultimate Custom Night. I mean, Ultimate Custom Night was just, like, you know, extra spin-offy, but it contained lore. Do we have any other good posts on the Twitter? Oh, are these the quotes from UCN? Can't wait for the FNAF movie. Me too. I'm going to go watch it with my friends. I'm going to go watch it with my friends and then I'll have a stream and then we can chat about it. Yeah, I did see the trailer. It looks so good. I'm really looking forward to it. Apparently, their other film that released before, Megan, was pretty good, so I'm praising that this one's going to be good. I mean, they have Matthew Lillard and Josh Hutcherson. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. Plus, I don't know who the Vanessa actor is, but she kind of cute. There's not a new trailer, is there? I didn't hear anything. I feel like Twitter would be exploding that there's a new trailer. Bowling for that film's never seen. Yeah, that's definitely what my search history is. Although, to be fair, if I show my search history, it would dox me because I was looking at Airbnbs for the weekend. So, I can't show my search history because it would dox me. So, yeah, I don't think there's a new trailer. I'm your wickedness made of flesh. I assure you I'm very real. This time there's more than an illusion to fear. Huh. I am remade, but not by you, by the one you should not have killed. So, actually, that's kind of interesting that... Actually, Nightmare Fredbear does call out that he's an illusion. That's interesting. I never noticed that. Who's my favourite FNAF character? FNAF character? Vanessa. I really like Vanessa, and I hope we see more of her story, because I feel like she got done dirty. Like, I feel like Security Breach was meant to explore her a lot more, but she kind of got screwed over. Her whole, like, battle against her own self because of Glitchtrap, really cool. I really like Vanessa. I love her to pieces. Like Vanessa/Vanny. Animatronic, Music Man. Or Springtrap. Springtrap has a really cool design. Music Man is also really fun. So it's like between those. Then I've always had a soft spot for Bonnie as well. If we're talking like classic animatronics, Bonnie. Mad she wasn't in the DLC? I know, right? She's nowhere to be seen. Although I think she's with Gregory. If you've seen my my Where is Gregory video, I think that Vanessa is with Gregory in the sister location. And, you know, during the final sequence where Gregory's like, hey, my friend has a layout, like, just follow, and then it, like, statics, and he's like, follow instructions. He says Vanessa's name there, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I said that in the video. I don't think I said it in the video, but I do think that Vanessa's name is the one that's glitched out there. Candy Cadet is a good shout for a favourite character too. Is Nightmare Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy Springlocks? No. So, with the new Dittophobia book, what we've learned is the Nightmare animatronics are just blank endos, pretty much. The Nightmare animatronics are blank endos with what they look like. So, hang on, let's bring it up here. What they look like here is just purely from hallucination. So this actually I'm gonna bring up the iRobot again. I'm gonna bring up iRobot. So this actually looks like this. So that's what they actually kind of look like. They're just like mannequin endos. But it's the hallucination gas that makes them look like this. That's what Dittophobia... Like, we can't read Dittophobia yet, but what people are saying from the summary and leaks of the new Tales of the Pizzaplex book, that's what we've kind of learned from the new book. Yeah. So... Dittophobia is about a kid called Rory who is a subject of William Afton's experiments. And FNAF 4 is that experiment. Dittophobia is about fear of Ditto, the Pokemon. Yes. Do I know Bendy and the Ink Machine? I do not, but I own all the games, I believe. I was meant to start playing through them, and then FNAF Ruin dropped, so I kind of put Bendy on hold. So I will be exploring Bendy and the Ink Machine, the whole series, at some point. But we're tying up Ruin first. Then I'll get to that. I have been very curious about Bendy and Ink Machine, though. What else? Back to Twitter. Let's see if anybody has anything else to say. What is seen in shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. Is it ruined done? I think there's a couple more theories we can squeeze out of it, probably. Like, I don't think we have every answer tied up yet. There's probably a couple more things we could talk about with it. Hope Scott makes another game. I think Scott's done. He's just kind of controlling things, but it's Steel Wool making them now and making a lot of the creative decisions. Like, Steel Wool are kind of directing things, and that's kind of why I think we're now we're tying up a lot of the loose ends, like with FNAF 4, right? The new book gives us a straight up answer to all of FNAF 4, and I think we're doing that because Steel Wool want to go in their own direction, so they're going to be like, okay, here's all the answers to the unsolved stuff up to Help Wanted, where Steel Wool took over. So everything that was like FNAF 1 to Pizza Sim or Ultimate Custom Night, all of that is going to get answered in the next books and the next couple games or whatever. And then once everything's resolved, Steel Wool are going to go in their own direction. That's why I think we're circling back around. FNAF World is Dog Water. I wish it was better. I think there's a lot of really cool ideas in it, but it's not that fun. Why does Freddy play his music box when the power goes out? Good question. I think it might have just been one of those things they just made as like a creative decision for horror element. I don't think it was for any lore reason particularly. I think it was just kind of like the intimidation factor. I guess you could like rule it up to, like, I mean, now we kind of know, oh, Afton was running fear experiments. So maybe you could write it off as, hey, he did it to incite more fear before he kills the person, right? Like, whoever the night guard is, I think it's Michael in FNAF 1. It's like, oh, if Freddy plays his music box and intimidates people, it brings out more fear in the remnant. So you could write it off as that, but it's probably just one of those, let's make it scarier, you know? Dead by Daylight, FNAF, and Slender all have big things coming out soon. Oh yeah, Dead by Daylight Alien. We haven't played Dead by Daylight in ages. Is there... I think we're kind of... Rory's hiding place. He's just under the diner. There's... The fact that the FNAF 4 house isn't real, I think, is very interesting, because it actually plays into my theory a little bit. Right, because a lot of the arguments for why would Sis location be under the pizzeria, right? People are saying, well, the Sis location can't be under the pizzeria because where would the FNAF 4 house be? But with the whole of FNAF 4 being a hallucination now, that kind of writes off that argument, right? Because we can just say, oh well. Top Hat Cat, don't tell people to leave. Don't tell people to leave. So if the FNAF 4 house isn't real, then my theory even has more evidence to it, because it could be under the thing. Oh! Oh, it was a response to it. Okay, that read really wrong. I'm sorry. The way that read looked so wrong. Oh, I didn't see what you were referring to. I thought you were just telling them to leave. I'm sorry. Yes, okay, that makes more sense. I would leave the pizzeria, yes. Think about opening a real Freddy's Pizzeria? I doubt it. It would be good marketing, but they'd have to just sell mediocre pizza. Alright, just a little misinterpretation. Don't worry about it. Alright, what is this? I see another Markiplier clip.
What?
Oh, is it just Mark being confused? Let's get a better look at Mark. Oh, 2016
My
Mark.
whole world is turned upside down. That doesn't make any sense. So,
Markiplier reaction videos. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, right, yeah. So FNAF 4 being an experiment means the FNAF 4 house didn't exist, which means it could exist under the Pizzaplex. Haha, take that. I've never really watched Markiplier, so... But Rory in the FNAF 4 house. Yep, pretty much, yeah. FNAF 4 actually makes sense. What's up with FNAF 1 phone guy call? Is there an explanation? Any explanation for the FNAF phone call being there? That's a good... Okay, this... If we are playing as Michael during the nights of FNAF 4, that would explain why we hear a glitchy phone call, right? Because Michael is the night guard in FNAF 1. So, if we are playing as Michael in FNAF 1, then it would make sense that we're playing as Michael in FNAF 4, and he's hallucinating, and that's why he rehears the phone call. Because it's something, you know, that he would have a mental attachment to, because it's like traumatic, right? The phone calls where he gets taught that the animatronics are killers, and then he hears a guy die over the phone. So I'm not surprised that he has like a trauma response and remembers that when he sees animatronics again as hallucinations. Have I watched Space It with Markiplier? I have not, actually. Got to go. See it. No worries. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. I do find this funny, actually. So, this is another thing that plays into my theory, right? The book is Tales of the Pizzaplex, and it explains FNAF 4. Which means the sister location is under the Pizzaplex, right? Because you can't have a book talking about the sister location in a series called Tales of the Pizzaplex. If it's about the Pizzaplex, and it's talking about sister location, it has to be near or in it. So, haha! 2-0 to me! Sister location will appear. Pascal basically knowing FNAF 4 is over. True. We used the fans to move the gas around. Bit of a stretch, but fair enough. Oh, Vanessa. You look great in that picture. These are the mannequins. That would be hilarious if Trash and the gang are the mannequins from Dittophobia. Well, isn't there... There's a mention of a... That was it. In Tiger Rock, in the Tiger Rock book, I've not seen anybody talk about this. But in the Tiger Rock book, when Kai, is it Kai or Kane in that book? He's walking around the Pizzaplex with the Tiger Rock animatronic, and he sees one of Trash and the gang, pretty much. I think it's a sentient mop, he says, Tiger Rock is talking to. And he calls it Henry. He calls the Trash and the gang animatronic Henry. And nobody is talking about that. I guess it could just be a funny little Easter egg, being like, haha, you know, Henry's the rival, so he's been resorted to Trash, right? Like, I'll actually see if that's in the summary. I don't think it's a mop. I'll see if I can find it. Tiger Rock FNAF. I'll see if they mention it in the summary. Tiger Rock. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, in the summary it doesn't mention it, but he makes like a reference to one of Trash and the Gang. If I had the book next to me, it's in my room, so I can't grab the book and give you the exact quote right now. But Kai makes a mention to Tiger Rock talking to a, like, cleaning utensil animatronic, basically. And he calls it Henry. You can't call another character Henry when Henry Emily is such an important character. I already saw that one. Was that it was gas? I talked about this earlier, actually. Yeah, it's weird that they're using gas and not just reusing sound illusion discs, but that's fine. Anything else? I like this image. That's a good image. Foxy. FNAF 4 is Monsters Inc. Yep. Pretty much. Oh, we're kind of leaving. Wrong. Gas leak. Wait, did Game Theory ever talk about FNAF 4 being illusion discs? I forgot. I don't remember that theory. Hong Kong Star Rail is trending. Why? Worry about that later. That's bad. No, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't remember. I've slept since then. I've popped a bicep since then. I don't remember. Listen, I'll have to listen to that song if he talks about gas. Yep, this is canon now. I think we're starting to see a lot of the same sort of, like, recycled tweets now. A lot of people are just reposting the same sort of shit other people did. Where's FNAF 4 at? We already beat it! We already beat FNAF 4 and there's no mention of gas anywhere. There's no gassy mention, other than this guy kind of has like an ethereal form. But, yeah, there's not really any... Yeah, you told me to say yes and no, but I don't remember. It's like... I remember one of them was the same as, like, Russian. Yeah, you're late! Yeah, there's not really anything. Other than... There's a couple things we've seen on Twitter, though, where they've kind of... I think it's more Sister Location. Because we know Sister Location is connected to FNAF 4, so I think we're going to see more hints, perhaps, in Sister Location. New. Yeah, that was it. Dark is the same as in Russian, and then new because it was cute. I remember now. Loves in the air, wrong. Gaslight. Is that going to be the new meme? Is that going to be the new sound illusion disc meme? Is like, gas leak. Any question we have about the FNAF lore? Gas leak. Like, character encyclopedia. I don't own this book, so this is helpful. Crying Child is the main character in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. He's terrorized... Oh, so it's not Michael, because the book says so. Terrorized by the nightmare animatronics in his bedroom, but his real story is told in End of Night minigames. In them, we see the child locked in his room by his bullying big brother. Child is comforted by his Fredbear plush, and when he gets out, his brother jump scares him with a Foxy mask. So yeah, the character encyclopedia, unless they're retconning the character encyclopedia, which would be a huge thing to do, because the character encyclopedia is meant to be a big lore hub for us. So if they're going to retcon this, then that's weird. But yeah, okay, so we don't play as Michael in FNAF 4. We're still Crying Child. Good! Thank you for showing me the character encyclopedia, because I do not own it yet. Yeah, it is very much crazy to say, yeah, Scott Calden's a genius writer. No, it feels like it's just kind of a... It does feel like thrown at us, doesn't it? It's like, oh, FNAF 4 was always hallucinations, not dream theory. God, how did you not figure it out, guys? Jeez. It was hallucinations the whole time. Wait, what is... Where is this from? Doors to Avery's room was slightly ajar, which was the natural state of all the interior doors in the house. For some reason, none of them would fully close, let alone lock. Where is this from? Dittophobia or what? Like, I don't know where that's from. I like this image. I might have to save that image. That's a good one. I think we're kind of running low on tweets that are helpful now. How's my arm feeling? My arm's alright actually. When I'm not moving my arm, it's okay actually. I'm not lifting stuff, so I'm okay. Maybe the fucking inhale toxic hallucinogenic nut, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I think... Why did I look at that tweet? Why did I even bother looking at that tweet? My favorite. Okay. Screw the tweets now. We've seen all the best things. So, yeah. It does feel like there wasn't really any good hints. What happened to my arm? Oh, I've torn my bicep. Don't worry too much about it. I've just torn my bicep. It's no biggie. So yeah, it seems that FNAF 4 didn't really have any answers for us. I think if we relook at sister location, because that was where Scott was like, there's an answer, there's something about FNAF 4 that everybody missed. I'm gonna try and answer it with sister location. That was like the whole idea, right? So maybe we replay sister location at some point, maybe later this week, maybe next week, to get like another good look at it. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that though for the day, because there's not really much else we can do with FNAF 4. So it is cool though to kind of... I think the thing that's bothering me the most is actually the Ultimate Custom Night lines, so we may need to revisit Ultimate Custom Night again and only put the FNAF 4 animatronics on and hear their voice lines. Don't plan to post any theories. I've not got any new ones yet. No, I won't do any theories about the FNAF 4 gas. I think everybody said everything about it. Like, I'll just be harping on about the same stuff everybody else has talked about, because we haven't... I might do something when the book actually comes out, because currently everyone's running on the same, like, paragraph of information of, like, oh, Rory was part of the experiments, blah, 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 blah. So if I make a video, it'll just be the same as everything else, so I don't really want to do that. I would... That's part of the reason why I'm replaying FNAF 4, and I'll probably do this location. I want to find something that nobody else has found that does relate to the whole gas experiment thing, so I can make a theory about it that nobody else has done. When am I doing a face reveal? I'm not. Because my face is already out there. Literally, just scroll back through my videos, my face is there. I don't need to do a face reveal because the videos of me are still on my channel. So... But yeah, we'll leave it at that for the day. Thank you all for coming, it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna go rest a bit. But we'll be back Wednesday with more streaming goodness. I don't know what I'm streaming yet Wednesday, and also there might be an earlier stream Wednesday, potentially. Like, we might get a double dose of streams for a while, if I can't work. Like, because I fucked my arm up, I probably can't do my job. So, I may be streaming a little bit more to hopefully make a little bit of cash money while I can't work, so... But we'll see. I'll definitely be streaming Wednesday at some point, though. Don't get gassed. I'll try. We'll get armrest. Yeah, gonna try and avoid exercise and work. And stream instead, because streaming doesn't hurt my arm. Because I can move my forearm. It's just if I, like, actually lift my arm. It's like the upper arm is where it's broken. I shouldn't say broken. Where I've torn it, damaged it. But yes, thank you. I'll see y'all in the next one. Stream Wednesday. Maybe it'll be Hollow Cure. I don't know. I want to carry on with Hollow Cure. Oh wait, Bloodborne. I might carry on with Bloodborne actually. Yes. Wednesday. Whatever it is, I'll see y'all Wednesday. Goodbye for now. Bye.